You've arrived 300,000 years ago. You're standing on the sun-drenched plains of prehistoric Africa. Dust swirls at your feet, swept up by a warm breeze. The air carries the scent of wild grass after distant rain. In the twilight, a small band of early humans gathers around a crackling campfire, their silhouettes flickering against the horizon. These are our ancestors, ordinary yet extraordinary. They battled saber-toothed tigers, giant mammoths, and the raw, untamed forces of nature. How did they survive such brutal odds? Their struggles and triumphs, how did they shape who we are today? This isn't just any story. It's the greatest survival epic ever told. A grand saga spanning millions of years, filled with resilience, ingenuity, and unbreakable spirit. Today, you're embarking on a journey deep into prehistory. We'll unearth ancient fossils, decode secrets hidden in our genes, and piece together the puzzle of human evolution. 7 million years ago, in what is now Chad, Africa, amid dense, humid forests, our earliest ancestors took a monumental first step. Creatures like Sahelanthropus began walking upright. This let their eyes peer over tall grass, scanning the horizon while freeing their hands to carry precious food. It wasn't just a physical shift. It was the first spark of human resilience. These beings didn't just dodge leopards or wild dogs. They were problem solvers in a world where one mistake could mean extinction. This moment marked the birth of our core trait, adaptability. Picture this, a Sahelanthropus mother carrying her young through a dangerous forest. Her upright stance was a quiet act of defiance against a brutal world. That defiance and ingenuity are woven deep into our very essence. Fast forward to 3.2 million years ago. We meet Australopithecus afarensis, its most famous member being Lucy, unearthed in Ethiopia in 1974. Lucy stood just over 3.5 feet tall, but walked upright across wooded savannas. Her bipedal stride freed her hands for making tools, gesturing, or even early forms of communication. Every step you take today echoes her footprints. This creates a humble link to our distant past. But Lucy wasn't the only player in her world. Other hominins like Australopithecus africanus and Paranthropus boisei shared the landscape, each carving out a niche. Paranthropus had massive jaws for grinding tough plants, while Lucy's kind thrived on a varied diet. Evolution wasn't a single path. It was a vast web of experiments. Each group tested new ways to survive. This diversity fascinates us today. Imagine prehistoric Africa dotted with small hominin bands, each adapting to shifting climates and predators. Some climbed trees to escape danger, while others ventured into open grasslands, betting everything on new opportunities. This is clear proof of nature's creativity. From robust Paranthropus to Kenyanthropus platyops, multiple species coexisted and competed. Their successes and failures together shaped the art of life's evolution. These early hominins weren't just surviving. They were laying the foundation for humanity's story. Their struggles were the prologue to our own fate. By 2 million years ago, a new chapter opened with Homo habilis. These early humans crafted crude stone tools and sharp flakes to cut meat or scrape bark. This wasn't just about survival. It was the dawn of technology. Picture a habilis family under the stars, napping stones in the firelight, creating tools that gave them an edge against nature's challenges. This moment marked the birth of human ingenuity. Survival became an art form. These tools weren't mere objects. They were ideas made real, igniting sparks of progress for millennia to come. Next came Homo erectus, around 1.9 million years ago. This species was built for endurance, long legs, strong bodies for chasing prey across open plains and enduring harsh climates. They mastered fire, not just for warmth but to cook food, unlocking more nutrients to fuel bigger brains. By 1.5 million years ago, they left Africa, migrating to Asia and Europe. This was an epic feat. Imagine a group of Erectus crossing barren mountain passes, facing unknown beasts and freezing cold. But with fire, tools, and teamwork, they pushed their footprints to the edges of Eurasia. They weren't just migrants. They were pioneers, the first true global citizens. A small band of Erectus with spears, driven by dreams, crossing deserts, wading rivers, climbing mountains. No maps, no guarantees. Picture them huddled in crude shelters in modern-day Georgia or Indonesia, campfires glowing in the dark. They weren't just explorers. They redefined what it means to be human. Their wandering spirit still echoes in our drive to push boundaries. Fire changed everything. Cooking softened tough roots and meat, making food easier to digest and more nutritious. It also freed up time. It brought people together, families sharing stories around dancing flames. This may have been the seed of language and culture. It was a turning point where survival met community. Erectus spread across continents and carried ideas, adapting tools and strategies to everything from jungles in Java to Eurasian steppes. Their legacy goes beyond bones. It's a blueprint for human innovation. Fast forward to 400,000 years ago. In Europe's and Asia's frozen forests, Neanderthals carved out a fierce existence. Stocky and muscular, built for the cold, with robust bones and wide nasal cavities, they efficiently hunted elk or bison in snow-covered valleys. Their brains were as large as ours. Evidence shows they buried their dead, sometimes with tools or flowers, hinting at rituals and grief. This wasn't just survival, it was the dawn of culture, the first glimmers of emotions we still feel today. Imagine a Neanderthal hunter wrapped in hides, breath fogging in icy air, tracking prey through frozen woods. Life was harsh, yet they found ways to honor the dead, a spark of humanity that still burns in us. By about 40,000 years ago, early Homo sapiens reached Europe. Their paths crossed with Neanderthals. Picture the scene, a Neanderthal and a sapiens sharing a cave, trading tools under starlight, maybe even sharing stories. DNA evidence shows many modern humans carry 1% to 2% Neanderthal genes. These contribute stronger immune systems or better cold tolerance. This wasn't just biology, it was worlds colliding, skills and ideas blending. Two different yet similar groups shaped each other's futures. Neanderthal spear points and early sapiens cave art both hint at shared creativity, laying groundwork for later cultural explosions. In Siberia's Denisovan cave, a finger bone found in 2008, dated 76,000 to 52,000 years old, unlocked another puzzle piece. The Denisovans. Closely related to Neanderthals, they ranged from Siberia to Southeast Asia. Their genes live on in modern populations, especially in Oceania and Tibet. One tiny bone rewrote human history. Denisovans thrived in extreme high-altitude environments like the Alai Mountains. Their genes let modern Tibetans breathe easily at 13,800 feet. A Denisovan family in thin mountain air, breathing comfortably where others couldn't. Their bodies flourished in places others couldn't adapt. Their legacy isn't just genetic, it's a story of thriving in the impossible. The Great Out-of-Africa migration, starting approximately 70,000 years ago, brought sapiens into contact with Neanderthals and Denisovans. They crossed the Middle East and Asia, facing deserts, jungles, and oceans. Using rafts built with ingenuity and hope, they reached Australia 50,000 years ago. Others painted symbols on cave walls with ochre. Their stories blended influences from Neanderthals and Denisovans. A prehistoric cultural fusion shaped our world. To make this vivid, let's dive into real fossil stories. In 2013, divers in Mexico's Hoyo Negro cave found Naia, a 13,000-year-old girl. Her skeleton preserved perfectly in clear underwater caves. She likely fell while gathering water, dying at just 16. Her DNA links her to Native Americans, tracing their journey from Siberia across the Bering Land Bridge. She's not just a fossil, she's a bridge to America's first people, a reminder of their grit in a vast, wild world. Another tale from Tibet's Baishia Karst Cave, a 160,000-year-old jawbone found in 2019, proves Denisovans had already adapted to high altitudes. Imagine a young Denisovan hunter crossing rugged peaks in biting wind, tracking yaks. His low oxygen genes still flow in modern Tibetans, like the Sherpas who summited Everest in 1953. This jawbone isn't just a relic, it's eternal proof of human adaptability and grit, etched with how our ancestors used brains and genes to write miracles of survival. These are just some ways ancient humans shaped modern life. In 2003, on Indonesia's Flores Island, scientists found Homo floresiensis, nicknamed hobbits for their small stature. Just 3 feet tall, they hunted elephant-like rats and lived alongside giant Komodo dragons. Fossils from 100,000 to 50,000 years ago suggest they were a unique branch descended from Homo erectus. Picture a Flores hunter darting through rainforests, using smarts to outwit larger foes. Their story shows evolution's creativity. On a resource-scarce island, small size became a survival edge. It proves survival takes endless forms. DNA is our ancient diary, logging survival strategies across millennia. As recently as 2020, studies showed Neanderthal genes affect our immune systems, even how we respond to diseases like COVID-19. Denisovan genes help high-altitude survival, while sapiens developed complex language to coordinate hunts and share dreams. Every adaptation answered life-or-death challenges. Neanderthal bones withstood cold. Flores bodies saved energy. Sapien social skills built communities. The 17,000-year-old paintings in France's Lascaux cave and 80,000-year-old shell beads from Morocco show our ancestors felt hope, fear, and creativity, just like us. These aren't just artifacts, they're windows into ancient minds that mirror our own. Every modern human carries traces of Neanderthal, Denisovan, and other ancient kin. We are all living legends, woven from prehistoric struggles across icy tundras, scorching deserts, and lush islands. When you look at your hands, you see Lucy gripping branches, Neanderthals wielding spears, Denisovans climbing peaks. This story is more than bones and genes. From crafting tools to painting caves, every choice our ancestors made echoes in our lives, binding us to prehistory. Archaeologists say evolution is complex, but I see unity. We're not just descendants, we're fragments of survivors. Each fragment bears witness to millions of years of triumphs. This heritage transcends biology. Habilis tools, Erectus fire, Neanderthal rituals, Sapiens art, all reveal a shared drive to create and connect. Every laugh today, every story, every invention echoes those ancient campfires. We are not separate from our ancestors. We are their continuation, enriched by their wisdom. Whether Tibetans breathing easy at altitude or artists sketching under modern lights, their spark burns in us. If you're watching this, your DNA carries victories over ice ages, beasts, and famine from millions of years ago. Our ancestors didn't just endure, they built the foundation for everything we have today. From Lucy's first steps to Naia's final fall, when life feels overwhelming, remember, your blood pulses with explorers who crossed oceans, hunters who faced giants, dreamers who painted hope on stone. Their resilience surges through you. You are the living proof of humanity's unbreakable will. Their strength is in your veins. Keep going. You carry their fire.